Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of my practice vlog that I'm doing for 30 days in preparation for starting to vlog in 2025. I'm starting YouTube almost at 30 years old and want to invite you along the journey to see how it goes for me and hopefully be inspired yourself. I told you that I would bring you into the ups and the downs and the boring days and literally like the whole experience. So I've got a doozy for you today as we talk about a big mistake that I made that hopefully you can avoid, and maybe this will help you avoid it in the future. So, wasn't feeling too well last night. I went to bed early and woke up, slept in a little late, woke up around 11:30 a.m., looked at my phone, and a photographer's worst nightmare happened when I looked at my phone. I woke up to several texts and missed calls from clients. These one particular clients who said, "Hey, are you coming? We're here for our photo shoot." A few minutes later, they said, "Hello, are we still on for our photo shoot? We're here and we're waiting." And that photo shoot was scheduled for 8 a.m. And I'm reading all of this at 11:30 a.m. And I had a missed call with a voicemail, and I was so nervous, but I listened to the voicemail expecting a super angry client, and it was even worse than that. It was a very nice client saying, "Hello, we're here for our photo shoot. Are you still coming?" And guys, I had completely missed a photo shoot. This was supposed to happen in Joshua Tree, California, which is an hour and a half drive from me. And I'm in bed 2 hours late, an hour and a half away. Completely missed it. I felt absolutely terrible. What happened is I didn't take a close enough look at my calendar. I've been getting a lot of shoots lately, around 2 a day sometimes. And I was just didn't prepare. I didn't know that I had a shoot this morning. I had booked it a few weeks ago and forgot about it after that. So what do you do in that situation? I've got 2 tips for you, and it's exactly what I did. So, first thing first, you have to own it. You have to completely own it. And I responded to these clients. I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I completely blew it. I overlooked this photo shoot, and I'm so sorry that you guys got dressed. You went out and waited for me, and I didn't show. It's not okay." And when I'm saying that, I didn't feel like any apology in the world was going to be good enough for what I had done. But I sent them a message, and I actually got that shoot through a agency that brings me like portrait clients, families, engagements. And I reached out to the agency too, and I told them what happened. I told them I was so sorry, and they said, thankfully, they said, okay, we'll reach out to the client as well and see if they want to reschedule. A little while goes by and found out they don't want to reschedule. So that's how it went. And I missed the photo shoot, and they don't want to reschedule, and it's over. So that was my first tip, is you got to own it. You got to make a genuine apology. You have to be honest about what happened. You have to acknowledge what they went through. You have to acknowledge the disappointment that they experience, and you have to try to make it right. I told the agency that I'd be willing to do a shoot for them for no cost at all. I'd completely, make it free. I'll do it for free. I'll drive out there and do their photos for free if they're willing to reschedule. So acknowledge it and be willing to make it right. The second tip that I have for you is, through this whole process, I was starting to feel terrible. I was thinking to myself, "Oh God, you're so stupid. You're so lazy. Why did you sleep in? You're such an idiot." And I'm thinking all these negative thoughts about myself. And I feel like there's a part of us that when we do something wrong that way, we almost need to like punish ourselves. Like the feeling you feel for having messed up is not enough. So you're like, gotta talk down on yourself and tell you how stupid you are and how messed up this was and how you can never do this again. And only a few minutes after starting to go down that negative spiral, I thought to myself, hey, wait a minute. I've been learning a lot about therapy and a lot about self-talk and a lot about, our mind and our thoughts and becoming more positive and making a more, focusing on the things that we want to be our reality. And I stopped myself and I said, hey, this isn't cool. I already made a mistake. I did the right thing as far as what I could control and making it right. What if I don't beat myself up? What if I don't talk down on myself? What if I just do the right thing, forgive myself, and move on with my day? I don't need to let this ruin my whole day, and I don't need to spend the rest of the day and the next day speaking negatively to myself, making myself feel terrible, carrying like a huge weight of guilt. Yes, a poor family was waiting for me in the cold in the early morning that they drove out for, and like, it's terrible, but I don't need to remind myself of that all day, all week, and make myself feel terrible. Did I do what I could control and try to make it right? Yes, I did. So I'm going to forgive myself and say people make mistakes, sometimes big mistakes, and all we can do is try to make up for it, do the right thing. But the worst thing to do would be to carry this guilt around and let it affect my long-term self-esteem and let it hold you back from becoming a more healthy, positive, confident, and self-assured person. So I set myself free from that, and I did the right thing, and then I let it go. And I went on with my day, and I had another photo shoot later in the afternoon, and I went in there with a great attitude, and I had fun, and by the end of the day, I had a nice second half of my day. And that would be my encouragement for you, is don't punish yourself when you make a huge mistake. This is part of building a business, part of the journey to becoming, self-employed in the arts or whatever business you're in, is that sometimes you're going to have bad days, and sometimes it's going to be your fault. But if you let it run you down and you quit, then you're done, and your dream's done, and your business is done. Or you can do the right thing, forgive yourself, and move forward. That was my day today. Thank you for following the journey, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.